Musical storyteller Josiah shares the accomplishments of George Washington Carver through music and song. Find out why the tales of George Washington Carver's endeavors inspire listeners to do great things themselves.
D-G-W-C, Dr. George Washington Carver.
Most libraries request silence, but not this day. Instead, the Oceanside Public Library asked visitors to sing along and participate in a theatrical African-American history lesson.
Music is the most natural connection, and through the music you can transform. There's transformation happening when you engage young people in music. They find out they can do, they find out and learn about unity, teamwork, and much, much more.
Josiah uses music and storytelling to create a portrait of Dr. George Washington Carver's greatest accomplishments.
George Washington Carver was no ordinary man. He turned evil into good. He turned hatred into love. He turned despair into hope. He devoted his entire life to helping not only his people, but all people of the world.
So this history is about looking backwards and seeing your mistakes and victories and struggles and your aspirations, your goals, and all the experiences. And from that, you take it into the future and mold it into something more powerful and more beautiful.
Local artist Khalid Josiah Abdullah has 20 years of musical experience, including writing his own music. He uses his guitar and a drummer to keep the audience entertained and focused on the lecture.
A man of peace, harmony, he walked with love and dignity.
A lesson for children quickly became a lesson for all ages.
I did not realize to what depths his gifts were. He was an artist. He was an artisan. He was a culinary creator. I knew he was into soil sciences, but I didn't know to what depths his creativity went. And he really spanned from the visual and performing arts, music, painting, poetry, through sciences, and there's very few people who actually will explore all those levels. And most people focus in one area, but he did it all, and that to me was amazing.
George Washington Carver epitomizes and embodies the completeness and the uniqueness and the depth and breadth of our humanity. He's the best example of diversity, of creativity, of believing in ourselves, and achievements and accomplishments. He proved that we can do it.
Get up, get up, get up.
I think the most important part was that Josiah brought in the children, and he himself said, you have gifts, you have what it takes to be wonderful, to be beautiful, to be good, to be powerful.
When you can inspire children, you can move them forward down the road of progress, down the road of accomplishments. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm happy to see that happening right before my eyes.
George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver.
For Inside Oceanside, I'm Crystal Cheshire.